Students, in this lecture we will discuss about modern concept of tillage, what are the objective of modern tillage and why there is a need of this modern concept of tillage. So, the old concept of tillage, conventional tillage, is to prepare a good seed bed and to control the weeds. So, traditional or conventional tillage systems are adapted or used to make a seed bed that is suitable for seed germination and plant growth, as well as to control the weeds by harrowing or cultivator or any other mode of tillage. So, this is the old concept of conventional tillage, but with the use of conventional tillage, there are adverse effects, particularly when we use heavy machineries, then these adverse effects are very common in the field. And the most common effect of heavy machine use is development of hard pan. Suppose it is soil surface, when we use the heavy machinery, so to a depth of 30 centimeter, 25 centimeter or 40 or 45 centimeter, a hard pan is developed, and because of this hard pan, the soil volume is limited, or we can say root growth zone is limited, and there is no internal water drainage. So, problem is when we irrigate the field or there is a rainfall, then water logging is there because of this hard pan, because there is no internal drainage, no deep percolation. So, there is no percolation of water. So, this is the problem, and because of this hard pan, limited soil zone, water holding capacity decreases because total soil volume is decreased. Suppose if there is no hard pan, then soil volume depth or soil depth increases. So, this is the another impact of this hard pan. Another is susceptible to runoff, and since water logging is there, so water start move on soil surface. So, runoff is there, and with this runoff water there is soil erosion. So, soil erosion is another problem, and these problems are due to particularly use of heavy machineries. Then the soil particles are closely packed, so poor infiltration, poor percolation, these are another adverse effect, and soil is tilled again and again, repeated tillage operation, and soil particles become finer and finer, then there is more problem of wind erosion. So, runoff is there, water erosion is there, wind erosion is there, that is why soil degradation. And these tillage, conventional tillage operations are costly, labor intensive, so a lot of capital is involved, cost is involved in conventional tillage practices. So, these are adverse effects. So, when we use these conventional tillage over a long period of time, then adverse effect become very common. So, this is the modern concept to avoid the adverse effect of conventional tillage practices. So, the concept of tillage is to prepare the seed bed and to control the weeds. So, this concept is applicable because of availability of herbicide. Different type of effective pre-emergence and post-emergence herbicides are available. So, weeds which are controlled by conventional tillage system now can be controlled by herbicides. So, herbicide can do the work of weed control that were done by earlier by tillage practices by harrow or by cultivator. Another objective of tillage, that is seed bed preparation, is fulfilled by the practice only in row zone. Suppose it is field and we have to sow the seed in this row. So, no need to prepare the whole field, no need to tillage the whole field, only make tillage operation, make seed bed only in row zone. So, this is the practice. Okay. So, seed bed is prepared only in row zone where seeds are to be planted, and another objective of tillage, that is weed control, is achieved by the use of herbicide. So, this is the modern concept of tillage, to make the seed bed only in row zone, number one. Number two, control the weeds by the use of pre and post emergence herbicides. So, with the in this modern concept, generally we use minimum tillage. zero tillage and another is conservation tillage. So, these are the concept. We will discuss this tillage. Minimum tillage, here minimum means the tillage operations required only for seed bed preparation. How many tillage operations are required? Minimum number of tillage operations to prepare a seed bed just sufficient. That type of tillage is known as minimum tillage. Suppose a field can be prepared by 2 harrow, then no need to go for 4 harrow. So, by only 2 harrowing field can be prepared and this is the minimum tillage. So, here minimum means minimum necessity for ensuring a good seed bed. So, if the soil can be prepared by a 1 rotavator, so no need for 2 harrow or 3 harrow. So, minimum number of tillage operation necessary to develop or to prepare a good seed bed. So, this is the concept of minimum tillage. So, necessity, minimum necessity for seed bed preparation, and this minimum tillage operations can be done or can be achieved by 2 methods. Number 1, by omitting operations which are not beneficial. Suppose plowing is not required, so no need for plowing. Suppose disking is not required, so no disking. Okay. So, number of operation can be omitted, number 1, or number 2, by combining 2 agricultural operation, for example, fertilizer placement and seed placement. So, 2 operation can be combined. So, in this way minimum tillage can be adopted in the field. So, we can either omit the operation or number 2, combine the 2 agricultural operations. So, in general, primary tillage operations are done with plow, and if there is no need of plow, so plow can be omitted. If plowing is required, then plow can be done, and secondary tillage operations like disking, harrowing are reduced. Their number of operations are reduced. For example, if 4 harrowings are required, then 2 harrowing may be sufficient to prepare a seed bed. So, in minimum tillage, primary tillage operations are done with the plow and secondary tillage operation number are reduced, or maybe that primary tillage operation may be omitted. So, in case of zero till and no till, in case of zero till, it is extreme form of minimum tillage. So, it is the extreme form, and seed bed preparation is limited only to opening of seed row. So, tillage operations are not done in the field, no primary tillage operation, no secondary tillage operation, while in case of minimum tillage, primary and secondary number are reduced, but here the tillage operations are limited only to opening of seed row, seed zone. So, it is the extreme form of minimum tillage. So, here primary tillage is completely avoided, and secondary tillage operation is restricted to seed bed preparation in the row zone, and here row zone only opening of seed furrow or seed zone. So, this is the zero tillage, no field preparation. And in this case zero tillage, how the weeds are controlled? In minimum tillage we go for secondary tillage, primary tillage, so weeds are controlled to some extent, but in case no tillage operation is done, no plowing, no harrowing, no cultivator, so weeds are there. So, in this case in zero tillage, weeds are controlled by broad spectrum, non-selective and short residual herbicide. So, such type of herbicides are used which are broad spectrum, means can control grassy weeds, broadleaf weeds, sages. Number 2, non-selective means kill all the vegetation, maybe previous crop plant, all type of vegetation, volunteer plant, and short residual effect. If residual effect is long, then the crop will be affected adversely. So, their effect in soil should be short lived. So, short residual effect. So, these are the property of these herbicides, and the most common is glyphosate, paraquat. These are used in zero tillage system. So, zero tillage system concept is nothing without this herbicide. So, in case of zero tillage system, use of herbicide is must. So, zero tillage cannot be adopted without the use of herbicide. Otherwise, there will be lot of weed in the field. So, in case of zero tillage system, weeds are managed by herbicides. And what are the properties of herbicide? Broad spectrum, number 2 non-selective, number 3 short residual effect. And this, since field is not prepared, suppose this is the field and only seed zone, seed furrow is opened by seed drill or by cultivator or any other implement, and seeds are placed here. While in case of minimum tillage, this zone is prepared by secondary tillage operation, but in case of zero tillage, no seed bed preparation, only opening of furrow and placement of seed in this zone. Okay. So, if soil is compact, soil is heavy, then zero tillage is not successful. So, there are some sites which are suitable for the adoption of zero tillage. So, what are the area, what are the sites which are suitable for zero tillage? So, soils which are subjected to erosion. So, zero tillage is good in those areas where soil erosion is problem. When we go for tillage operation, primary tillage operation, secondary tillage operation, soil is exposed and then there is a runoff, there is wind erosion. So, there is a problem of soil erosion and wind erosion. So, if we don't adopt any type of tillage, that is zero tillage, then soil is not exposed to air and water and there is no erosion. So, the area which are subjected to erosion are very good or best fit for the adoption of this zero tillage technology. Then the conditions when the harvesting of one crop is delayed and sowing of next crop is going to be late. In this situation, the time gap between these two crops is very short and tillage operation may take long time. So, to save the time, this zero tillage technology can be adopted because there is no tillage operation. So, no time and just we go for sowing of crop. So, if there is less time between two crops, that's why this technology in this area can be adopted. Then in those areas where cost of tillage is high due to energy and labor, energy means the cost of diesel, cost of fuel is very high. So, there is more cost of cultivation. So, in those areas where diesel cost or fuel cost is high, zero tillage can be adopted because no tillage operations are done. Secondly, if labor cost is high, then this technology zero tillage can be adopted. So, these are some areas or soil or field where this technology can be adopted easily. But in heavy soils, this technology is not adopted because opening of furrow become very difficult. If soil is compact, then opening become very difficult. So, very heavy or compacted soil area are not suitable for zero tillage. Then what are the advantage of this minimum tillage and zero tillage? Particularly in zero tillage, organic matter content increases because in soil organic matter is present and this organic matter is mineralized by microbes and microbes work at good aeration. So, since soil is not tilled, soil is not exposed, so aeration is, there is no aeration or limited aeration. So, that is why microbial activity is low. So, mineralization is slow. So, organic matter content increases and this organic matter is important to influence the soil physical properties as well as chemical properties. No doubt mineralization process is slow, so nutrient release is slow, but over the time organic matter content increases and organic matter content or organic matter influences soil properties to a great extent. So, this is the first advantage, that if soil is under zero tillage, then over the period of time its organic matter content increases. Another advantage is surface runoff is reduced since soil is not exposed. So, soil erosion problem is poor or less, or since there are mulch or residues on surface. So, runoff problem is also reduced because this mulch or organic residue or previous crop residue hinder or obstruct the water movement. So, this is the advantage, and because of this mulch, soil reduction in soil erosion. Then more activity of earthworm because of more organic matter content, and earthworm are beneficial by many means. and these earthworm are particularly helpful in increasing aeration because they make micro channels in soil. But this beneficial effect of higher organic matter content, reduced surface runoff, reduced soil erosion are apparent after adoption of 2 to 3 years. So, just after 1 year its effects are not realized. It takes about 2 to 3 years for beneficial effect. But there are some disadvantage of this zero tillage technology. Since residues are maintained, soil is not exposed, only tilling is done in a seed furrow zone. So, residue are maintained, previous crop residues are there, and this residue interfere with the sowing operation. Suppose we are running a seed drill for sowing of seed, then these residue hinder the movement of seed drill. They obstruct the seed drill times. So, this is the major problem in zero till, that there is crop residue and sowing operation become difficult. So, we have to use a special type of implements for sowing. Then seedling establishment is less because this is a field and residues are present on soil surface because we are not disturbing the soil, and seeds are sown. When seedling develop, then they face obstruction, physical barrier over soil surface. So, seedling establishment is less. Secondly, the soil is not tilled to lower depth or overall not tilled, and organic matter is maintained on upper layer. So, upper layer is relatively soft, but soil is not tilled. So, lower layer are relatively hard, or we can say bulk density at lower layer is more, while bulk density at upper layer is less because of presence of organic matter. Organic matter is porous. So, upper surface is porous or bulk density is less, but the lower surface is relatively hard and bulk density is more. So, that is why the root development is less. So, overall seedling establishment is we can say poor or less as compared to conventional tillage system. Then another disadvantage is that more amount of nitrogen is required. Since soil is not tilled, there is no aeration, mineralization process is slow, so nutrient release is slow. As we know that nitrogen supply is dependent on organic matter. So, organic matter is mineralized, then nitrogen is released. 99% about nitrogen is released from or obtained from organic matter. So, mineralization process is slow, so nitrogen release is slow. So, that is why we have to increase the nitrogen amount. So, here problem is first poor seedling establishment. So, that is why we have to increase seed rate. Number 2, mineralization rate is slow. So, that is why we have to increase the nitrogen dose. Then perennial weeds become dominant because pre-emergence herbicides are used, post-emergence herbicides are used, and these herbicides are effective for annual weeds, and the population of perennial weeds increases. So, cyanodon dactylon problem becomes more, or any other perennial weeds become problematic in zero tillage area, because herbicide control the annual weeds very effectively, but perennial weeds are not controlled by these herbicide effectively. Another is build up of pest. So, pest increases, disease increases, insect increases because mulch is there, residues are there, previous crop residues are there, and these insect disease are in this residue. So, fungal disease spores are there, bacteria survive in the mulch, then pupa, larvae, all these survive in the crop residue. So, over the year there is build up of these insect, pest and diseases. And as I told that clay soils are not suitable for zero tillage because clay soils are compact, hard as compared to other soil, and here only seed opening is done in zero tillage. So, machinery take a lot of power for opening of soil. So, clay soils are not fit or suitable for zero tillage system. Then another is conservation tillage. So, this conservation is related to conserve the soil. So, this tillage system is adopted in those areas where soil erosion is a problem, particularly wind erosion, water erosion, these are the important one, and soil is eroded. So, to check the soil erosion, this conservation tillage is adopted. So, here conservation means conserve the soil. When the soil is conserved, soil fertility is maintained, and any tillage system, planting system that has at least 30% of the soil surface covered by residue after planting. So, any tillage system where 30% residue on soil surface are maintained, that comes under conservation tillage. So, in this way zero tillage is also conservation tillage system. We can say zero tillage is a sort of conservation tillage system, because in zero tillage we maintain the residue. So, any tillage system or any tillage practices, planting system that maintain at least 30% crop residue on soil surface is categorized or defined as a conservation tillage system, and the major objective is conservation of soil, and in this case organic residues are not inverted into the soil. So, that is why they remain on soil surface, or if they are inverted, that their quantity is maintained on soil surface at least 30%, and this residue act as a protective cover against the runoff, against wind erosion, against water erosion. So, that is why the soil is not eroded, and once the surface residues are maintained, so there is no soil erosion, then evaporation of water is less. That is why moisture content in conservation tillage system increases. So, this is the advantage of conservation tillage because of presence of mulch or residue on soil surface. So, not the conservation of soil, here another advantage is conservation of soil moisture by reducing the evaporation loss. Then infiltration rate increases. The reason is that mulch is there. So, if the rainfall is there and this organic obstruct the runoff water movement, so there is more time for infiltration, or these residue hold the moisture and obstruct in running or movement of water. So, runoff is reduced and infiltration is increased. And this conservation tillage is not specific to a crop or to a season. It is not like that if you adopt in rice and not adopting in wheat, only adopting for 1 year, then this is not successful. It is year round system of managing plant residues, and these residues are maintained by implement, because these implement cut the residues. There may be some crops where residue length is more, for example, maize, the stover is long, sugarcane, leaves are long. So, these residues are cut into small parts, pieces, as well as weeds are cut down. So, there are a special type of implements that undercut the residues and kill the weeds. So, this is the conservation tillage. So, main objective of conservation tillage is conservation of soil and moisture. So, these are the different methods of conservation tillage. No till, in case of no till, zero tillage system, and soil is undisturbed, residues maintained on soil surface. Second one is ridge tillage. In case of ridge tillage, ridge are made in such a way that these are the ridge. So, sowing is done on ridge. So, planting is done only on ridge, tillage operation is done on the ridge, and here on furrow or side of the ridge residues are maintained. So, this is another ridge tillage system. So, seed bed is prepared only on ridge, and these ridge are reshaped or rebuilt during the cultivation and after cultivation. Then another is mulch till. In case of mulch till, mulch is maintained, and special type of implements like chisel plow, cultivator, disc, blades are used for tilling the soil, but these implements does not invert the soil and leaves the residue on soil surface, as well as maintain the soil surface rough and cloudy, so that moisture is retained more, there is more infiltration. Then another is strip till. In case of strip till, the tillage operation are done in a narrow strip. So, that is why it is called as zone tillage, and the strip or tillage is done in only those strips where sowing is to be done. So, that is why the crop residues are not disturbed, only disturbed in the strip zone. So, this is another method of conservation tillage where why we can maintain the residues on soil surface. So, this was about the modern concept of tillage. The need of modern concept is to conserve the soil, because in traditional system, conventional system, repeated tillage operation cause more soil erosion, deployment of hard pan, and then related numerous problems. So, in case of modern concept, the seed bed is prepared only to the seed zone and weeds are controlled by herbicides. So, zero tillage, minimum tillage and conservation tillage are different methods. Then advantage of this conservation tillage, like that as of zero tillage we discussed, soil conservation because of presence of mulch, crop residue are there. So, soil is not eroded by runoff and by wind. Then improved soil physical properties because of mulch, and this mulch add into the organic matter, and this organic matter has numerous physical beneficial effect, increase the porosity, then soil aggregation, porosity, infiltration, percolation. So, these beneficial effects are due to organic matter build up as a result of presence of mulch. Then we have discussed about the reduced runoff because of presence of mulch and more soil moisture, because there is more, because of this mulch, more infiltration, soil is porous, more percolation, more aggregation. So, water holding capacity increases. So, all these effects, beneficial effects, are because of presence of residues mulch. So, these are the advantage of conservation tillage. Thank you very much.